I don't usually fly on these kind of days. What I do once, but just gotta be a little careful because blue days we just have the storm. Pressure might be up, or sky up. But what happens is not that when they go up like that most times on days like this, they come down 2 here, 3 here, because they pretty much stay straight over. Yeah, they don't go nowhere. They be straight up. They just come down 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. If they get hit, they go somewhere else and then drop down and they're home and then come back. So yeah, but like I said, man, most dudes just don't know how to breathe. They don't really know how to breathe. And if you pay attention to them, they'll tell you that they don't know. They're telling you without telling you. Like that keep it pure stuff. Most of dudes keep it pure because they don't know what to do next. They don't know what to do. That's why they decide to keep it pure. That's why I can't mess them up. You really can't mess the birds if you're going to mess up that mating. If you don't bring those birds in, you're not messing up your family. I mean, it's like you breed that your birds, mess up your family. No, you don't. You're gonna take the birds, you're gonna fly them. If they don't work, you're gonna get them out the way or keep them in the kid and go back to what you was doing. But every time you do a mating like that, or try, experiment, you always learn it because now you know what they can do, what they can't cross with, or vice versa. You might get some stuff that might be the bomb. Now, the problem is, but they don't know what to do next. That's why they say, "Oh, crosses don't breed true." I said, man, that's a bunch of crap right there. Because when you cross birds, there's 3 reasons why you cross. You cross them to bring in a trait, right? So if you cross the birds to bring in a trait, if that trait does not, you cannot identify a trait. Once you bring them in, the cross could have been unsuccessful, or the bird wasn't strong enough to bring the trait, or it didn't have that trait in it like that genetically as you thought. It didn't have it in it. But what I did was, when I brought in the birds I brought them in for a specific reason. Now, if they came in and they gave me that reason on some birds, if that reason was strong enough, I'll take it back to another bird that needed the same thing. If it didn't come, I take that bird back to the birds I brought in. So it's just going back and forth. Then we start getting those mediums like this, instead of like this, start them like this. Now, eventually, it's going to come to a point where one of the originals got to go, whether it's the one you brought in or your original family. You got to move forward. If you keep the bird and keep going back, you keep going backwards. The dudes don't know how to keep moving forward. They don't know how to keep moving forward. They don't trust their judgment. That's why you do it and pair it to the side and keep doing what you normally do. And if that proves to be what you need, keep going with it. And you got to start extracting some of this other stuff and get it out the way. That's the dudes want to let them go. They do not want to let them go. Oh, it's off this, that's shit.
You hear that all the time, too. Any bird off of this one, it's off at 927. I ain't letting it go.
Yeah.
Let's call that one right.
Now, if it got traits that you know you have and you know you need, okay, but if you ain't used it to fulfill what you needed for it, why keep it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I get to why I move away from the birds so quick. Don't take this, use this. I mean, they be good birds. I kind of, like I bred past it, so I don't really have to have that bird to go forward. The dudes don't understand when I say that. It's not a bad bird. I just don't think that bird can get what I need to have to go forward. I can maintain, I'm past that level. I'm trying to go to another level now, but they don't get it. Every cross, our cross birds now, not for the sake of bringing in stuff, for the sake of just another bird from another family with the same traits to keep the birds from being jammed up in their wall and do it. I keep that hybrid vigor there. That's what I do. I might make one cross, bring one pigeon.
So you said bird with the same trait from another family?
From another family.
Roll, kick good, roll.
Kiss sensitivity, every same traits from a different family. We put it with mine. If it work out like that, it's just a plus.
Have you tried that before and it didn't work out?
I tried before and it became too excessive in certain traits. Like it might be too frequent or it might be too deep. I tried it happen like that. I've never brought a bird the same trait and they didn't perform at all. I mean, I ain't bred a bird that didn't perform at all for a while. But when you bringing no birds, expecting certain things to happen. If they happen on a large scale, point where it becomes excessive, then you got to think about it. These two, the frequency gene line up too much. They a little too frequent. But that same frequent bird is too frequent with you. It might be good for somebody that's lacking frequency, but them dudes won't say, you know what? I need that bird right there. They won't say that. I don't know if they're ego or if they can't recognize the fact that they need it, but they won't say, you know what? I need that bird. My birds flew 2 years in a row or 3 years in a row, or last year they didn't do nothing 2 times. So I'm gonna try bringing something like that, see if that can spark a little bit. And sometimes all they need. But they don't see it that way. They keep trying to do the same birds over and over and over and over and over and over. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Water and sugar is still water and sugar. No matter how you mix it, it's still water and sugar. So every now and then you gotta drop a little cherry flavor in there, a little strawberry, a little grape. I mean, you gotta do something different. Same thing with the birds. Sometimes you just gotta add just a little spark. It could be a bird that'll do 5 just like this all the time. Put that to your best bird, fly the belly, pull the ones in with that trait, get that bird out the way, and run those birds through the other birds. Simple. But you gotta fly. The dudes won't fly. I see something, I know what these birds do. Like non-kitten is easy to fix. Because all you gotta do is stop breeding up the birds that throw the non-kitters, and don't breed the birds that are non-kitters. And it'll start going away. That's all you gotta do. But because some birds are so fast and so like the dudes want to hold on to them.
Around anyway.
I'm just saying, that's what some people do that. I've seen people do that. I've seen people keep birds because they was deep.
That's the first
rolled horrible.
It
was deep, nigga.
You gotta be able to kid, period.
You gotta kid this one. And once dudes get past the little simple shit like that, that's the simple shit. That's the shit that's simple. That's shit you see. The phenotype, the stuff you can see, that's the easiest stuff to fix. The stuff you can't see is the genetic genes. You can't see genes. I wouldn't know if I try to look for genes on some kind of magnifying glass or microscope. I wouldn't know what to look for. I wouldn't know what to look. I don't know what role on that little gene strand. I don't know what a role is on that strand. Nobody knows where it is. And that little genetic strand thing. Nobody knows what a role gene is on there. So I ain't trying to look for that. I can look for what they show me. The dominant traits you're gonna see. They show me too. Now recessive traits. You want your role part to be dominant, not recessive. You keep breeding for it. Keep breeding for it. Keep breeding for it. You gotta keep breeding for it. You gotta keep breeding for it. You gotta keep breeding for it. If you stop trying to breed for it and start breeding all to a phenotype, eventually the role gene ain't gonna start disappearing. It's gonna start disappearing. It might be there genetically, but now you gotta figure out how to unlock it to get it to become dominant or show itself again. Why go through that? We just keep selecting for it. Keep selecting for it. Like I stock birds from this here and there, but if I stock a bird from this, most likely I'll include several siblings already, and the ones that I really know I should have kept got taken. So, and I'm not gonna breed the second best one that was in performance. I really just pick one that resembles the best ones on the ground, then pick a second rate one and copy kick. That's just me. And I'm not scared to go to somebody's house, see some birds. Hey man, let me try one of those. I'm always doing that. I'll never stop doing that. I'll never close my mind off to new possibilities. And most people do. But when you're starting off, you get a whole lot of birds and you start narrowing down. You say, I'm just working these. I gotta see them. I understand. I get that. Sometimes somebody will say, try this. Pick this up and just try it. And you try it, oh shit.
Who's some of the best ones you got for somebody that you tried and it worked out real good?
Some I got, like bought or given.
Oh, well, people that told you try out trials, but I bought it.
I say the bird that had the biggest impact that I tried is one of the broad birds for what they were, and the Jerry Higgins family for what they were. I mean, when I first started, I had the smoke birds that were a little larger. The type was okay, wasn't consistent. Wine birds helped me get the type down to it, and that translated over to better quality. But I started losing kit sensitivity. There were some of them were frequent, they were kit sensitive, they were just frequent. It's always rolling, so a lot of this. You still score, but you don't get the big breaks. And then I bring in Jerry birds for the commitment, on the breaks, and kit sensitivity, and that changed everything. I just messed up for a year or two when I had too much. And being too much of it, I couldn't fly those birds where I live and have good luck because they were too often, too deep, and it wasn't the kind of right area for them. around where I was. It wasn't good. The circumstances wasn't good for that. So I had to dial back a little bit, and that worked out. And I had to figure out which birds to maintain the birds in that range. But every now and then you get something that can let it go 40, 50, sometimes 6 feet. And that helped me out, helped me understand some stuff. And then you have the carry birds with this commit. This commit with breaks go, and then go. But I need that speed and be able to shorten it up a little bit when the smoke birds came in. And the smoke birds kitted tighter than the birds. And warm birds kitted tight also. Warm birds get a little small, and I don't really care for small cock birds. But they're starting to pop out now since I'm starting to go back into the family a lot. So I get a lot of small cock birds here and there. But one or two of them have proven they can still produce the goods, so they still here. But other than that, I mean, tight, strength. I mean, and then Cornell had the thing, the back, I think the back and the breast complement each other. It can't be just back. I think what problem was most dudes use. I think they misunderstood what he was trying to say. I think the back just need to be adequate to help propel that individual pigeon. I mean, like this back should be the same like the back that's in this cock bird, because he's bigger bird, more robust, rounded chest. It just be adequate to propel that individual pigeon, and that's all I think they need is they have the adequate amount of muscle. They don't need to be overabundant muscle, like strong, like a solid, like a rock. Like I'm talking with Speedy, William Boykins, I call him Speedy. He always say lightly loaded, and that's perfect. Lightly loaded, like a piece of balsa wood. If you ever handle balsa wood, it's solid, but it's not dense, but it's not heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of light. So, I mean, a lot of people pick up from a lot of different people. This is what they say, and you can apply some of those things. But the reason why I talk like about certain things is because I need dudes to understand that just because we have a bad hawk problem, we do have them, don't mean we can't raise and fly some rollers. The thing is, we gotta learn to do is get our percentages up. Once you get your percentages up, it don't matter if the call take two, you're gonna have 3 or 4 more right behind them just as good. So percentages up. If the percentages are down, like some in the hobby, once they lose the bird off that first kick, they done. Because the percentage is not high enough to keep maintaining a good kick. And I understand that. And some dudes have to breed a whole lot of birds to maintain and fly a good kick. And I understand that too. I see that a lot too. You get to the point where you don't have to breed that many. I called you back. So once you guys understand all that stuff and learn the little stuff, man, you be good. You be good. It's a lot of little stuff, dude. And I don't know why some dudes think everything is a secret. Everything is not a secret. I mean, I don't hold nothing back. I can be competing with you next weekend, but I'm still going to tell you how to get your birds ready. Because I want to compete with you when you're at your best. I want to say, hey, scored 700, okay, we're going to try to knock that down. That's how I feel about it. I don't be sitting in the background talking, well, I hope he get hit. Hope they land. That's how dudes out here think right now. Dude, I hope you have a bad fly. And them dudes know what I'm talking about. They probably gonna make sure they see this video. They know what I'm talking about. They hope somebody do bad so they have a chance. Instead of just breeding the birds to give themselves a chance. They don't. I mean, they don't. I don't want to go on a fly, go see 10 flies and see 2 good kicks.
Yeah, that's a waste of time, man. Waste of gas. Gas high as a motherfucker, man. That's a waste of time. I hate that too.
I want to see good. I like pigeons. I like rolling pigeons. I want to see some good birds. I want to see some good. I'm like, hell yes, what I'm talking about.
Yeah, ain't no mind going back again.
I want to see some good birds. I don't want everybody to have jacked up flies. I mean, I want to see good pigeons. I mean, that's why I'm a pigeon man. I want to see good ones. I don't want you to do bad. I want you to do good. I mean, if I don't beat you, I want you to do good. And now, when you do good, and I say to myself, he did well. Now, I already identified that you did well, and now it's up to me to take the proper steps so I can be able to compete with that the next time. These dudes don't. They want to be right here, and they want to keep you right around where they are. They don't want you to go here, and they have to work to get up here. They don't want to do that. They always want to keep everybody around where they are.
We gotta get somebody good, because say we go fly against different states. I mean, right now you can't even say, okay, I got 10 people right now. I want to go fly against Arizona or something like that. We don't even have 10 people. You can actually just say who 10 to pick to go, and we got 200 flyers down here. You probably can't pick 5. Really?
Yeah, it'd be hard to pick
It'd be hard to really pick 5 to say, and let you just go off with like people's names and say, okay, and hope they do good. You can't really just sit down and
You can't go by that. Now you got to go by.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check them out. How you looking right now? Do you have the potential to get good?
Yeah, and you don't want to go off of that. You know, because you go a whole lot of people out there, they got potential, but shit, how they going, how they going to hold up?
I'm tell you something though. I mean, I say this all the time. If the Hawks and Falcons left, 80% of people wouldn't be no better. They birds wouldn't. Their breeding practice and training practice won't allow them to get no better than what they are right now. It just won't happen. Because they have no concept of breeding, of what they're trying to do. This bird's a good roll, this bird's a good roll, this can't be put these together. This bird was deep and fast, this bird was like this, put them together. I mean, so why do you think they should work? The dudes don't even make their birds think. Why do these birds work?
We got something up in there.
Yeah, that is.
Crows on it, there ain't no red tail.
For damn near white.
It might be Osprey.
Osprey fish is darker.
Not dark yet.
He big. He way bigger than that though. The Osprey is bigger than a red tail. What the hell that is?
It's a hawk.
Albino hawk.
Some type of hawk. They own it.
He about the same. He about the same size as them.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is though.
They own it.
He about the same size as them. When you see Osprey, you gonna know it's Osprey. They don't flap that fast, and they huge. They bigger than a red tail. They sit up next to each other.
So who do you think would be good